streetcar to take us down to the event. I don't know how long the streetcar is going to sit here. The driver sat down, so maybe we're about to go. What up, Brian's? You see what it is?
Follow at Wallace RTA, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Looks like they're going the same place I'm going.
All RTA route schedules at www.nola.com/route. We're here to help all our riders at 504-248-3904.
Hey, Marcus, we're waiting on the streetcar to take us down to Armstrong Park, where I'm going to walk through the park and go to the No Kings rally at Little Feet Greenway. Right now we're at St. Claude and Elysian Fields. Here we go. He's got the doors shut. Let's ride. It's not going to be a very long ride on the streetcar. It's going to be a longer walk to where we got to go. time you got to go to work, Marcus? Looks like it's raining. Good thing I brought my umbrella. It's hard to tell, but I saw a puddle. It looked like it was getting hit. Oh yeah, I see it now. It's definitely raining. But I brought an umbrella. Yeah, it just started raining, Marcus. Yeah, it's raining good. Got to get actually up to the stop, which is like right there. You got to enter down that side. it goes. We're going in there. When the traffic permits, obviously. We're going to walk through the park to get to the greenway. Well, honestly, I'm glad it rained because otherwise it probably would have been a little bit less comfortable. But now that it's rained, or it's raining, it won't be so sunny and hot. I mean, it's not really that hot right now in New Orleans because the good temperature times are beginning, but still. So this light holds long enough for the cars to stack up and we can get across. This person's turning. You gotta take them opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, you're getting a live rain walk instead of a pre-recorded rain walk. That looks blocked off over there. Well, as it turns out, they never closed this back gate that we exited in last time. So I wasn't really ever trapped, apparently. And the last time I did a rain walk, this was not fenced off. I don't know why they fenced all this off. As it ended, if you watch that video, the rain walk ended right there. I was sitting underneath that awning with the stairs right there. That's where it ended. That was a nice day. It was very rainy, but it was nice. All these people waiting for the rain to stop. Better check the weather before you leave the house, so you know what to expect. And bring an umbrella if you need it. Instead of having to wait under a tree. Standing under basically a lightning rod. You know, trees get struck by lightning. Yeah, you see this back gate, they never really close it. This thing's always open. So if you're ever stuck in this park, just remember you can always exit through this back gate. I don't like shit hanging like this. What's going on with that? Seems like the rain has kind of died down a little bit. Yep. Put the umbrella up. won't put it fully up yet, just in case it rains again. And you can see the skies aren't exactly clear. And it's still drizzling a little bit. Got about maybe a half-mile walk from here. To the spot where the greenway, they call it the Great Lawn, I think. I pass it every time I bring my rent check in. Now we gotta just wait for an opening. There we go. Sweet car. I imagine the turnout might be lower since it rained. We'll see, I guess. I see a bunch of like tents or something that aren't usually there on this little area up ahead of us. This isn't exactly where the, maybe they're putting like food out or something over here. Sounds like there's music playing. Everything's sunny in 79, 78. What's going on? Yeah, this looks like just a bunch of like picnics or something, not anything to do with the rally or the protest or whatever. Of course, they're blasting copyright music. So why wouldn't they be? This big wind chime. You can kind of hear it. Yeah, it's just a bunch of like private little picnics or whatever. Hey. And started coughing. There's a car exhaust. Ooh, it smells good. I smell the barbecue. I'm getting a whiff of the coals burning some meat. Smells good. You like that, Chance? With his little hands holding a taco. So we're getting up to where they call it the Great Lawn. I can see a bunch of people over here. Look at some new construction going up over here. What did you think, Misty? I bet you got a good look at it. I'm gonna have to re-upload it when the stream's over with, because for some reason when I posted it starting the stream, it wouldn't let me use the whole thing, so it technically has my name up in the left corner like it normally does. Frank. I wonder if I can get up on top of that thing with the stairs. We're gonna go see. Maybe now it looks like there's people standing in front of the stairs. Look at his Trump costume. This is the Lafitte Greenway. This is what's called the Great Lawn. Down for a second.
Terry!
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This will be a high view.
Stand up, fight back!
We don't need a king. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. We don't need a king. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. The people united will never be defeated. 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 Who got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. Who got the power? We have the power. People power. People power. What kind of power? People power. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no racist racist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no 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 racist USA. Who got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. Who got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. No kings, no Trump. 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 Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. No kings, no kings, no kings, no Trump. Whose city? Our city. Whose city? Our city. Whose country? Our country. Whose country? Our country. Whose country? Our country. Whose country? Our country. Get Trump out. 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 Let me hear you.
Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Hey, yo! Give me a round of applause for everybody who was here when it was raining! Yeah, everybody who was here when it was raining. I want y'all to say, what did we do when it was raining? We did ourselves a little rain dance, huh? And what happened? That rain got the fuck out of here! And we said hello, the people, united, will never be defeated. Say the people, united, will never be defeated.
United, will never be defeated.
Say the people, united, will never be defeated.
United, will never be defeated.
Guys, are we gonna be defeated that easily? I can't hear anybody up here. Am I too far away? I thought this was New Orleans. I said I thought this was New Orleans. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA. Say no Trump, no KKK, no racist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no racist USA. Say
No KKK, no racist USA.
no Trump. No KKK, no racist USA.
No KKK, no racist USA.
Say no Trump. No KKK, no racist USA.
No KKK, no racist USA.
No Trump. No KKK, no racist USA.
No KKK, no racist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no racist USA.
We hit another one when it was raining out here. We did. What one did we hit, y'all? We hit a Dare to Struggle.
Dare to win.
Dare to Struggle.
Dare to win.
Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
Dare to struggle!
Dare to win!
Because we are out here daring to struggle today. We are in one of the 9 anchor cities of all 1,800 No Kings protests across the country here in New Orleans. New Orleans has one of the strongest democratic traditions in this entire country. We were here, we had some of the strongest of the reform movement following the Civil War, some of the most democratic that this country has ever seen. That's why we're here in New Orleans today, because we cannot, I said what? What?
Cannot!
We cannot let this country backslide into what is knocking on the door. What is knocking on the door is no good. What is knocking on the door is fascism. But are we in fascism yet? We are not. We are not in fascism. Now is the time to fight it. Now is the time to stand up here and say everything we can. Now is the time to be united as the people. Now is the time to say, the people, united, can never be defeated. Say, the people, united, can never be defeated. The people, united, will 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 never be defeated. Say what?
United will never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated.
The people, united, will never be defeated. Y'all make noise for your cheerleader, Jack. Happy Saturday, beautiful people. We're getting the program started in just under 10 minutes. If you want to filter in and get closer to the stage, we have some speakers and some special surprises for you. One more time, the people, united, will never be defeated.
The people, united, will never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back. I'm losing myself. I'm trying to give it all up. I'm so glad.
Stand up, fight back.
Christina.
Stand up, fight back.
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 Stand up, fight
What's up?
Stand up, fight back.
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 Make some noise. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA.
No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA.
No Trump,
No KKK, no racist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA.
no Trump,
No KKK, no racist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA.
no Trump,
No KKK, no racist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no racist USA.
fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Beautiful people, can I hear your voice? Can I feel your energy? Let your angst reverberate all around the atmosphere. Welcome to the No Kings Rally. As you know, back in June, 5 million Americans came together to say we don't do kings in this country. The president thought he would have a beautiful birthday coronation, but our collective voices rained on his parade. Let me hear you. Today is even bigger, with more than 2,650 demonstrations happening all around the country, and New Orleans is a designated anchor city. We're here to say that when the checks and balances fail, you know what's left? It's us. We, the people, our collective power, our collective voices, saying that we don't want no Trump, we don't want no troops, we don't want no kings. Let me hear you say no Trump, no troops, no kings, no Trump, no troops, no kings. Today you will hear from experts on the issues that matter most to you and how you as an American can take action. But first, we have to hear from Cynthia Sheridan, the Executive Director of Indivisible Nola, with some important updates before we get started. Make some noise for Cynthia Sheridan.
Oh my God, New Orleans, you've done us proud. The rain can't stop you. The fear doesn't stop you. I am so proud to be a New Orleanian today. Thank you. I also want to tell you, I am with Indivisible, but we could not have made this happen without all the support of the people who are at tables around the perimeter. Those are organizations who are doing the good work in our town. Please visit them, find out what you can do to help. Okay? Now, I want to remind you why we're here. So we are here because some people don't want us to be, right? So we're saying there are no kings in America, and I want you to remember a pledge that many of us took when we were little kids. They call it the Pledge of Allegiance, where we talk about pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. We are showing up for democracy. We are speaking up for the human rights of everyone. And we are standing up to protect our Constitution for the people, from the people who call us terrorists. We are not a rowdy crowd. Well, we're a rowdy crowd. But we're not a violent crowd. We are a peaceful crowd, right? And we're going to prove it today. So, I want you to look around. Look at your neighbors. There are more of us than there are of them. And we're here to remember that the power of the people is greater than the people in power, right? Okay, I need to tell you a few things about how we're keeping it safe and healthy today. So it cooled off a little bit, but it's getting hot again. Rehydrate, hydrate, and rehydrate, particularly if you're in a blow-up costume. We understand those are pretty hot. I want you to know that there are first aid stations. There's one in this corner, there's one in the back corner, and there's one over there. You can see the red flags. They have water. We have water at all of the Indivisible stations around. If you need water, go get some. Take care of yourself and take care of the people around you. There are also medics in red vests circulating in the crowd to watch for people who need help. So if somebody is down or tired or looks like they're having heat exhaustion, find a medic. They'll help us. We also have porta potties at your request. Woohoo! They're back in the corner over there. And we have safety marshals. I happen to be one of them. We're in yellow vests. Could my marshals raise your hands out in the crowd if you are out there? We got a bunch of them here. We have some on the perimeter, and we have a lot in the middle. and we're here to help you stay safe. But you have a role to play in that. So what I need you to do is keep in mind while we're here and cheer and be crazy, but if somebody tries to instigate something, you're going to ignore them, right? You're not going to engage, right? And if you're worried about them, go find somebody in a yellow vest, because we are all trained to take care of that. Okay? Now I want to tell you, counter-protesters have freedom of speech too. So, we don't want to get into it with somebody. We don't want to argue with anybody. We're going to keep it peaceful. Okay, so I just want you to remember, we have a right to be here. We have a plan to stay safe. We have the great spirit of New Orleans, and we have each other. So, if I wonder what democracy looks like, I would say, this is what democracy looks like. So what does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like. Let's have a great time, y'all. Thank you.
One more time for Cynthia Sheridan. Y'all give her some love. She helped to organize this event. And with another special announcement, y'all, Rachel Tabor.
Bienvenidos a todos y todas. Vivimos en Orleans, donde todos son bienvenidos. Tenemos a muchos amigos mirándonos en vivo en español en la página de Unión Migrante. So, si usted quiere escuchar todo lo que están diciendo en español, pueden sintonizarse a la página Facebook de Unión Migrante. What I just said was welcome everybody. We live in a city of New Orleans where everybody's welcome here. If you or a loved one would like to hear everything that's being said today in Spanish, you can tune in onto the Unión Migrante Facebook page where we will have simultaneous Spanish interpretation. ¡Chinga la migra!
Let me hear you say no Trump. No troops. No kings. I want to encourage you to follow Nola_indivisible. They need 1,000 Instagram followers in order to go live on that platform. So if you haven't already, please follow Nola_indivisible. Now, Cynthia Sheridan said that we were not a rowdy crowd, but I disagree. We are indeed a rowdy crowd. Let me hear you make some noise. To help wake up this rowdy crowd, y'all make some noise for this New Orleans legend, Kermit Ruffin! More time for Kermit Ruffins! Y'all are beautiful. With so many people out here, I want to encourage y'all to spread out, make sure everybody can breathe. There's room in the back, but there's also room next to your neighbor. Let me hear you say, no Trump, no troops, no kings. I want to introduce a representative from Union Migrante. Y'all, let's hear it for Alfredo Salazar.
Ningún ser humano es ilegal.
No human being is illegal.
Solo hay políticos que niegan legalizar a la gente que ya está aquí.
There's only politicians who refuse to legalize the people who are already here.
Y son los que sostienen la economía, quienes cuidan a su madre mayor, quienes limpian su casa, quienes reparan su techo después de cada tormenta.
They refuse to legalize the very people who sustain our economy, the people who care for their elderly mother, the people who clean their homes, the people who repair their roof after every storm.
Y ellos saben bien, son las personas que pagan menos del sueldo mínimo, bajo la mesa, sin precauciones de seguridad, sin cuidado de salud y sin pagar impuestos.
And they know well that they're here working because they pay them themselves under the table, without health benefits, without safety conditions, and without even paying taxes themselves.
Nosotros los inmigrantes sí pagamos 96 mil millones de dólares en impuestos anualmente con solo el ITIN.
We immigrants do pay taxes. We pay over $96 billion in taxes annually with just an I-10 number.
Y no recibimos ningún beneficio, ni food stamps, ni desempleo, ni FEMA.
We don't get any social services in return. We don't get food stamps or unemployment or FEMA.
No es coincidencia que ICE siempre nos agarra trabajando.
It is no coincidence that ICE always comes for immigrants when they're working.
No somos criminales, somos esenciales.
We are not criminals, we are essential workers.
El 80% de las personas que han sido deportadas desde enero no tienen récord criminal.
Over 80% of people who have been deported since January do not have a single criminal record.
Del resto, el delito más común es la reentrada.
And for the remainder, the most common crime is re-entry.
Esto es cuando amas a tu familia tanto que harías cualquier cosa para regresar y reunirte con ellos.
That's when you love your family so much that you'll do anything to come back and reunite with them.
No es delito amar.
It's not a crime to love.
Esto es cuando temes por tu vida tanto que en tu país tienes que regresar y no es delito sobrevivir.
That's when you're afraid so much in your country of origin for your life that you have no choice but to come back. And it's not a crime to survive.
Yo vine a este país cuando todavía era adolescente. Soy hijo de una familia indígena, crecí pobre.
I came to this country when I was still an adolescent. I was born to an indigenous family, a poor family.
A los 9 años tuve que dejar de ir a la escuela para mantener a mi familia debido a mi padre enfermo.
At 9 years old, I had to drop out of school to provide for my family because my father was sick.
Arriesgué mi vida para cruzar el Río Grande. He estado aquí reconstruyendo desde Katrina.
I risked my life to cross the Rio Grande, and I've been here rebuilding since Katrina.
No solo reparé los hogares aquí, también el hecho de que vine me permitió comprar un terreno para mi mamá en el pueblo donde crecí.
And I didn't just rebuild here. The fact that I migrated allowed me to buy a home for my mom in the town where I grew up.
Allí vive ella en una casa muy humilde, pero no hubiera sido posible sin que yo hubiera migrado.
She lives there still in a really simple house, but none of that would have been possible if I wouldn't have migrated here.
Nadie quiere migrar y dejar atrás a su familia. Lo hacemos por amor y por necesidad.
Nobody wants to migrate and leave their whole family behind. We do it out of love. We do it out of necessity.
Venimos huyendo de los golpes de Estado, de la CIA, que han quitado nuestros presidentes, que fueron elegidos democráticamente.
We have come fleeing countries that were corrupt. We have come fleeing countries where our democratically elected presidents were overthrown by the CIA in coup d'etats.
Los inmigrantes vinimos huyendo de maras y gobiernos corruptos que toman el poder cuando vendieron los recursos de nuestros países a extranjeros.
We immigrants have come fleeing countries where corrupt government officials and gangs have stolen our resources and sold them off to foreign investors.
Y qué absurdo que dicen que son acuerdos de comercio libre cuando dejan corporaciones multinacionales cruzar fronteras.
And how absurd that they should call them free trade agreements when they allow multinational corporations to cross borders freely.
Cruzan fronteras para invadir a nuestras economías, pero seres humanos con iniciativa para trabajar, para tener una mejor vida, no podemos.
Somehow companies can cross borders to invade our economies, but human beings seeking a better life, trying to work, can't? It ain't right.
Y siempre tienen leyes así que castigan a los individuos pobres y premian a los millonarios.
They always have laws like this that punish working people and hand everything over to billionaires.
El gobernador antimigrante Jeff Landry emplea trabajadores mexicanos en su propia empresa de mariscos familiar. Puedes checar en Nola.com.
Our anti-immigrant governor, Jeff Landry, employs undocumented immigrants in his own family's seafood business. You can Google it on Nola.com.
Y tiene cargos de tráfico humano. Tenemos un ladrón traficante en la casa del gobernador y un pedófilo en la Casa Blanca.
He has charges of human trafficking against him. We got a trafficking thief in our governor mansion and a pedophile in the White House.
Los hombres ricos siempre siguen con impunidad.
Rich men always get away with total impunity.
¿Y cómo puede ser también que Landry quiere que la policía actúe como ICE en Kenner?
How can it be that Jeff Landry wants the police to act as ICE in Kenner?
También quiere encarcelar inmigrantes en Angola.
He also wants to detain immigrants in Angola.
Y a la vez se lucre de pagar a los mismos inmigrantes sueldos mínimos en condiciones tan inhumanas que cuentan como esclavitud moderna.
How can that be when in his own family business he pays people such miserable wages with such deplorable conditions that it counts as modern day slavery? How can that be?
Pues la respuesta es obvia, él quiere regresar a la economía de plantaciones.
The answer is obvious. He wants to take us back to that plantation economy. Are we going?
Las veces en la historia en que agentes federales cazaban a fugitivos debido al color de su piel y los llevaban arrastrados, separándolos de sus familias.
The times in history, y'all, that federal agents hunted people down by the color of their skin and dragged them crying for their children.
Esto no era un tiempo cuando los Estados Unidos era grande.
That was not a time that the United States was great.
Siempre han querido que este país beneficiara a los millonarios, hombres blancos, dueños de tierras.
They've always wanted this country to only benefit white landowning men.
Somos nosotros, el pueblo, que hemos luchado para la libertad y la democratización.
We the people have fought for and won freedom and democracy.
El amor es la fuerza más poderosa del universo y se contagia.
Love is the greatest force in the universe and it is contagious.
Si nos dejamos contagiar por amor, si vemos lo que tenemos en común y luchamos juntos, en vez de dejarnos dividir y separarnos y callarnos con miedo, aislados, solo así unidos venceremos.
If we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by love, if we allow ourselves to see how much we have in common rather than all that we have different, if we come together, that is the only way we're going to get through this. Not being isolated, not being divided and conquered, not being scared into submission, cowering on our phones, on our couch. Only united will we win.
Es momento de exigir que inviertan en salud, en educación, en trabajos dignos y salud mental.
It's time for our elected officials to invest in healthcare, in dignified jobs, in schools, in mental health.
En todo lo que merecemos, en todo lo que prevenga y sane la delincuencia desde su raíz.
In all that we deserve and in all that heals crime at its root. Chinga Trump! There he goes!
Y no en la policía, en tanques militares que cazan trabajadores en las esquinas de Home Depot como lo están haciendo en Kenner.
We need to invest in all this and not in police that hunt down immigrants just on the corner of Home Depot like the police in Kenner are doing.
Ahora es urgente que alcemos la voz con nuestros oficiales electos locales.
It is urgent that we raise our voices with our local elected officials.
No queremos que nuestros recursos vayan a ICE.
We do not want our public funds going to ICE.
No queremos que nuestra policía ni nuestra cárcel entregue a la gente a ICE.
We do not want our police or our jail to turn people over to ICE, do we?
Nadie merece la pena de muerte de una deportación por ser acusado de un delito menor.
Nobody deserves the death sentence of a deportation for being accused of a misdemeanor.
Y todos estaremos menos seguros si testigos y víctimas inmigrantes temen hablar con la policía por ser una extensión de ICE.
We will all be less safe if witnesses and victims of crimes are too afraid to come forward to law enforcement because they know they're just an extension of ICE.
Anima a tu iglesia, sindicato, equipo de baile de Mardi Gras, sinagoga, que firmen la carta de unión migrante pidiendo lo mismo.
Please get your church, your synagogue, your Mardi Gras dance team, your neighborhood association, your union together and have them sign our letter from Unión Migrante calling on our elected officials to do exactly that.
Porque hay poder en nuestras instituciones. Capacítate para vigilar a nuestras cortes de inmigración, porque la verdad es que todos estamos bajo ataque.
Also, get trained to monitor immigration courts, because the truth is, we're all under attack for due process right now.
Si el derecho a un juicio justo bajo la Constitución no aplica para inmigrantes, aunque estén en tierra soberana de este país, ¿para quién aplicará?
If the right to their day in court under the Constitution does not apply for immigrants on sovereign soil of the United States, who is it going to apply for?
Aprende a grabar y a exponer pacíficamente actividades de ICE y la policía.
Learn to peacefully film and expose police and ICE activity.
Esto es nuestro derecho bajo la primera enmienda.
That's our right under the First Amendment.
Porque los derechos son como los músculos, si no los ejercitamos hoy, no los tendremos mañana.
Because our constitutional rights are like muscles. If we don't exercise them today, we won't have them tomorrow.
Todos tenemos miedo, créanme. Hay inmigrantes que les encantaría estar aquí, pero tienen miedo de la policía y del reconocimiento facial.
We all are afraid. Trust me. There's plenty of immigrants who would love to be out here with us today, but they're afraid of the police and they're afraid of facial recognition and the consequences to their loved ones.
Nosotros tenemos el lujo de poder luchar en menos riesgos. Tenemos la responsabilidad de hacerlo. Todos debemos dar nuestro granito de arena desde donde estamos.
Those of us who have the luxury of being able to fight back with somewhat less consequences have the responsibility to do it. We all can give our little piece from the little corner of the world where we are standing.
Y no te caigas por miedo. Alza tu voz aún por más miedo, por miedo.
Do not be scared into silence. Be scared into action.
Gracias por su lucha. Nunca se den por vencidos. La unión hace la fuerza y juntos venceremos.
Thank you for your fight. Never get up. There's unity, strength and unity, and we will win together.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Keep that going. The people united will never be defeated. The people united
will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
I love your voices, your energy. I feel your angst. It all just all in the atmosphere. Make some noise for yourselves. I want to introduce to you the Executive Director of the ACLU. Welcome to the stage, Alana Odoms.
Good afternoon, everyone! Oh my, you look so beautiful out there with all your signs, you sure do. Good afternoon, my name is Alana Odoms. I am the Executive Director of the ACLU. Thank you! By coming out today to protest, you are exercising one of your most fundamental rights, the First Amendment. Yes. And at the ACLU, we believe that dissent is patriotic. Democracy does not fear protest, only dictators do. You are part of something big, and let me tell you what it is. Today, millions of people all across our nation are protesting, and they are gathering in over 2,700 events. Millions of people. And do you want to know what makes us powerful? This is not a left or a right movement. This is a right or a wrong movement. And generations from now, we will know, and our ancestors will know, that we stood on the right side of history. Hey, now I want to shout out some of the introverts in our crowd. If you're an introvert, shout out now. If this is your first time coming to a protest, welcome to the resistance. I want to tell you something. I want to situate us in history. Can I teach you a little something about our history right now? All right, there's a researcher. Her name is Erica Chenoweth, and she talks about revolutions, peaceful revolutions that have happened all over this nation. And all you need is 3.5% of the population to gather together, to protest, to lock arms, to resist. And what that means for us in Louisiana would be 160,000 people. What that means is about 12,000 people in Louisiana, and we are building that number. You are building that number. Resist! I want to tell you that we stand in the tradition of South Africans who toppled apartheid, of Gandhi's movement for freedom in India, and in our own civil rights movement tradition. That is the tradition that you are standing in right now. Be proud of yourselves for that. In 1960, there were students from Fisk University in Nashville who sparked a revolution. They taught themselves the important structure of nonviolence, nonviolent protests. And I want to tell you something about that research that I just said. Nonviolent protests are the most successful protests in the nation and in the world. So don't ever let anybody tell you that nonviolence is weak. It is powerful. Here's what our civil rights tradition teaches us. Oppression requires here we go. Oppression requires the cooperation of the oppressed. If the oppressed withdraw that cooperation, the system cannot stand. Let's withdraw our cooperation.
Silence is complicity.
That's right. And I want to give you 6 steps. Let's talk about the 6 steps that we need to follow from our history, from our civil rights tradition. We have to investigate. We have to formulate an objective. And what's our objective going to be about? This administration has violated nearly every constitutional right that we have. It's violated our right to equal protection. It's targeted Muslims, Palestinians, Iranians, immigrants, transgender people, people with disabilities, black folks, anyone who dares to live freely. It's targeted our due process rights, deporting American citizens, deporting hardworking people who have lived in this country and contributed to our economy. It is silencing protesters, detaining people without trial, prosecuting our political opponents. It is tearing down our rights to free speech and free press,
gassing protesters, calling journalists enemies of the state, banning books, gagging historians, closing museums. It's trying to attempt to separate us and prevent us from having voting rights. Do you know that we were in the United States Supreme Court this week, the ACLU, protecting the future of the Voting Rights Act? We are not going to let this president or his administration take us back to 1965. We won't go. We're not going back. And let me be clear, this administration has taken aim at female bodies, at our bodily autonomy, at checks and balances, at every single fundamental right. And so what is our objective? To defend the Constitution from those who believe they are above it. We must stop illegal detentions, voter suppression, censorship, cruelty, and corruption to protect the rights and the dignity of every person. You know why? Because we have a constitution, not a king. I want you to stay focused. So once we fix our determination on an objective, we have to do the work. We have to do education. You cannot fight what you do not see. In the civil rights movement, students taught their communities how segregation worked. Today, we must teach everyone how authoritarianism works, how it spreads through silence, distraction, and fear. We must let everyone know how to empower themselves. Education is the movement. Every teach-in, every post, every conversation is a spark. Democracy falls when good people stay silent, and we will not stay silent.
Education!
And then what we must do is we must confront the oppressor. The students of the civil rights movement looked in the eye and they said, we are not going to back down. We are going to stand firmly. We are going to tell our mayors, our police chiefs, our legislators, even the ones who think they have swagger like kings, that they will not be able to accomplish their goals. They will not be able to affront our Constitution. We will not stand by while ICE is cruel to our neighbors and while the National Guard threatens to come into our neighborhoods. We will not. We will not accept censorship. We will not accept corruption in our governments, and we will not accept a governor who governs with vengeance instead of a vision. And I want to let you know that we're challenging that governor. We filed a lawsuit against Trump and Governor Landry to close Camp 57. We should not lock immigrants in Angola, and we should be working hard to make sure that Angola is a place that is closed down. And now to some of my favorite parts. Demonstration is what we're doing today. When the world refused to see the students who sat down at lunch counters, they fought back. We must make invisible the harm that is happening. We must make it visible again. That's why when the cameras roll and they see thousands of people here, they will know that we did not consent. We show up not to perform, but to expose the truth. You know why? Because we love America. That's why we protest, not because we have hate. We love this country, and we wanted to live up to her ideals. And now let's talk about resistance, because if we're out here just one day without a plan, the power system will continue. We must resist. We must resist. When you refuse to participate in your own oppression, the system starts to crumble. We can resist by withdrawing our consent and our dollars. We can boycott corporations that bankroll detention and voter suppression. We can divest from banks that finance private prisons. We can strike. We can walk out. We can shut down the machinery of harm. We just have to believe in our own power. Do you believe in your own power? I know you do. I know you do. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes our duty. And by God, this is our duty. And then after we've resisted, we've got to do one last thing. We've got to prevent rollback. We've got to guard our wins, because I believe we're going to have some wins coming up. People say this is a hard, dark time, that we've reached the nadir. But I can tell you something, looking out into this crowd, multicultural, multiracial, intergenerational, we have some wins coming our way. We do. And when we get those wins, when we protect all of our rights, we have to hold the line. We have to keep the cameras on. We have to keep the pressure on. We have to keep the stories alive. We have to keep naming the harm until justice becomes habit. That's how we keep freedom from fading away.
That's right.
So listen, I know this was a bit of a teach-in, but these 6 steps, they're not history. They are a manual. They are a blueprint for us. They are the Constitution in motion. They are how ordinary people like you and me become guardians of our democracy. When power turns tyrannical, when presidents act like kings, when governors forget that they serve and not rule, we remember the method. We name the harm. We teach the truth. We confront. We expose. We resist. We protect. And through it all, we say one thing, and say it with me. We won't bow down. That phrase came from the New Orleans Black Mexican Indians. They hand-sewed 100-pound suits and stories born of resistance. A refusal to be excluded from white Mardi Gras tradition. They marched through the streets singing, "Won't bow down, don't know how." That is our don't know how. Won't bow down, don't know how. Won't bow down, don't know how.
Won't bow down, don't know how.
That is our inheritance. That is our inheritance. That is our DNA. We are the home of Louis Armstrong's horn, Mahalia Jackson's voice, Big Frida's bounce, Trombone Shorty's breath. Oh yeah, baby, they don't know about this Nola way. They don't know how we do it in Nola. They don't, but they're about to find out. We are the Crescent City where the Mississippi bends, but the people don't break. Where our culture is our Constitution. Where we the people is not just ink on paper. It's the beat of the drum. It's the clap of our hands. It's the rhythm in our march. Our ancestors revolted, resisted, and rebuilt. Their spirits hum in our blood and in this river. It carried us through storms, through injustice, through centuries of struggle. So kings will fall, empires crumble, tyranny fails, but the people will always rise. Won't bow down, don't know how. Won't bow down, don't know how. Won't bow down, don't know how. Thank you so much.
That's Alana Odoms from the ACLU one more time. Won't bow down, don't know how. 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 Two. I've heard there are people in the back who can't hear. I encourage you to follow Nola_indivisible on Instagram. They're live. If you can't hear it here, you can hear it digitally. I want to introduce to the stage from the National Immigration Project. Y'all make some noise for Bridget Prancitelli.
Hi, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here with all of you to say no Trump, no troops, no kings. We have watched over the last months as ICE has taken mothers, fathers, and friends across the country and in our city. Those in power want us to believe that that makes us safer, but we know it does not. Meanwhile, Louisiana keeps giving contracts to private prison companies, which will bring in millions for their shareholders at the expense of our neighbors. In September, with the support of Governor Landry, ICE opened an immigration detention center called Camp J inside of Angola prison. Many of you know the long, painful, and racist history of Angola prison, which has been a site of extreme violence against Black and brown Louisianans for centuries, first as a plantation, then as a maximum security prison, which still uses forced labor to this day, and now as the site of an immigration detention center inside of that maximum security prison. Angola has been sued, has lost those lawsuits, and has been forced to partially shut down multiple times because of inhumane conditions, abuses, and preventable deaths of our neighbors. Today, the conditions at Angola are still completely inhumane. 19 brave men inside of the Camp J Immigration Detention Center in Angola went on a hunger strike in the hopes that they would receive the most basic necessities like toilet paper and medically necessary prescriptions. Here are the words of one of those hunger strikers currently trapped inside of Camp J in Angola. For me, there is a cruel irony in this situation. I won protection from El Salvador because I proved that I would be tortured, likely disappeared into a brutal prison. But now I'm facing brutal conditions right here in the United States. They gave 20 of us one roll of toilet paper. We have no medical care. My family served this country. My father-in-law is a colonel in the Army. My family fought for the US in World War II. The treatment I'm enduring is a betrayal of everything they fought for. ICE, the Trump administration, they want to believe that kidnapping a 64 you who was outside gardening makes us safer. Believe that being scared of each other makes us safer. But we know that's not true. We know that we are stronger together. Angola must be shut down. The plantation, the prison, the immigration detention center, it must be shut down. So I'm going to ask you all right now, take out your phones and type in tinyurl/NoCampJ. Save that petition, send it to 10 of your friends, and sign it. We need to get 10,000 signatures today to send a clear message that Angola must be shut down. We will defend our neighbors. We need all of us, every single one of us, to resist this takeover of our country, our state, and our city. No Trump, no troops, no kings.
No Trump! No troops! No kings! No Trump! No troops! No kings!
Let me hear you say that. No Trump! No troops! No kings! No Trump! No troop! No kings!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Trump! My elder said it first, so I felt comfortable saying that. Fuck Trump! I want to welcome to the stage a union organizer, a Navy veteran, and a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. Y'all make some noise for Cody Kaiser!
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cody Kaiser. As previously stated, I'm a Navy veteran. I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, and I truly believe that organizing against capitalism is the root cause of everything that we're dealing with today. So let me begin. In 2009, I left my hometown in the panhandle of Florida to join the U.S. Navy. I was a rudderless young adult and the 2008 economic crash had hit its stride. Though I was skeptical of U.S. military involvement in the 2000s, I was naively certain that America's worst days were behind her. However, I would go on to serve in the submarine nuclear power program until 2015. Since then, I've had a lot of time to reflect on the state of U.S. military affairs. To this day, U.S. drone strikes continue in the Middle East. The Guantanamo Bay detention facility remains open, having received prisoners as recently as this month. The 2001 authorization for use of military force remains active now, 24 years later. The U.S. has funded and supplied the killing of countless men, women, and children in Palestine. This has all happened across multiple administrations, across party lines, and amidst massive public disapproval. I reflect often on the tired notion that this is all in service of defending democracy. Instead, I think back to Dwight Eisenhower's 1961 farewell address, which warned of the influence of capitalist interests on public policy. When you take the notion that U.S. military interests are entwined with the owners of American industry who profit from war and influence the U.S. government, one motive of endless warfare becomes obvious. Likewise, we can reflect on how U.S. international involvement has in fact been used to protect the interests of capital owners throughout history. When anti-colonial and socialist movements around the world sought fair trade and freedom from oppression, the U.S. stepped in at nearly every instance to violently destabilize them and prevent democracy. It should be no surprise then that the U.S. now experiences its own crisis of democracy. Wealth inequality has run rampant in the U.S. and its effects have been felt by the entirety of the working class. With nowhere else to turn, many Americans are seeking alternatives to the destructive capitalist order. The capitalist powers, once again protecting their interests, are enforcing their power on the homeland, the only way they know how, through militarized force, destabilization, and repression. We won't allow it. I've heard fascism described as colonial repression turned inward, or the imperial boomerang. It is not sufficient to reject the empire only when it arrives at our doorstep. These violent tools only persist because we've allowed them to grow and flourish. For these reasons, we have to reject these methods overseas just as we reject them on ourselves. We have to reject these methods that have been used on our black neighbors and our communities of color just as we would reject them on ourselves. Finally, we can no longer allow capital owners to hold total power over our lives and the government. I'd like to conclude with one last thought as a veteran to anyone who is active, reserve, or National Guard in the military. The things you hear and read may lead you to believe that continued participation in the U.S. military is objectionable to your moral and religious beliefs. Not just based on our current exceptional circumstances, but based on your learning about the nature of war and occupation as a tool of greed, as a tool of conquering humanity. Your objection may qualify you to file for conscientious objector status, and there's an organization called About Face, Veterans Against the War. They have an anonymous form on their website allowing service members to request support for their concerns about serving. That website is aboutfaceveterans.org. Having served myself, I understand that the pressure to carry on with orders while active duty or activated is massive. Just know that you are not alone in questioning whether those orders are morally objectionable, much less legal, and there is support in answering your questions. I want to leave you a quote from Eugene Debs, a U.S. presidential candidate, a trade unionist, a socialist, who was arrested for his anti-war speech in 1918. Do not worry over the charge of treason to your masters. Be true to yourself, and you cannot be a traitor to any good cause on earth.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you to everyone who worked so hard to put on this rally. This energy and level of organization brings me hope that democracy can prevail. Thank you, everyone. Free Palestine.
Let me hear you say free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
So I'm going to bring Bridget Brancatelli back up here to repeat and reiterate the URL for the petition that she asked you to sign earlier. Come on, Bridget.
Hey y'all, I'm back. All right, take out your phones. We're gonna repeat the tiny URL. It's tinyurl.com/NoCampJ. NoCampJ. tinyurl.com/NoCampJ. We will defend our neighbors. Thank you so much.
One more time, let me hear you say free Palestine! Free Palestine! I want to introduce to the stage from the Palestinian Youth Movement, Hakeem Murad. Make some noise!
Peace and blessings. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
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 Thank you, brothers and sisters. My name is Hakem from the Palestinian Youth Movement. We are an organization of Palestinian and Arab youth fighting for our people's long-standing demands to end the Zionist colonial occupation of Palestine and for the full liberation of the Palestinian people everywhere, including our right to return to our homeland. A right that we have been denied for 77 years since our people's Nakba. For more than 2 years, we have been in the streets demanding an end to the Israeli-U.S. genocide in Gaza. A genocide made possible only through unwavering U.S. financial and diplomatic support.
Stop the genocide!
In that time, an estimated 680,000 people, 680,000 Palestinians have been killed in what Israel frames as self-defense.
Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide!
But in reality, what we've witnessed is the continuation of a 77-year settler colonial project, the ethnic cleansing of Palestine, or what we call Zionism.
Stop the genocide!
Our Nakba, this ethnic cleansing of Palestine, hasn't ended. Despite last week's so-called ceasefire, Israel continues to slaughter Palestinians with American weapons every single day.
Stop it! Stop it!
Ceasefire is step one, but justice demands nothing less than the complete liberation of Palestine from the river to the sea. Palestine is a global litmus test. What we allow there, we invite everywhere. Look no further than the surveillance tech used by NOPD and JPSO.
made by Israeli tech firms like Carbine and Celebrite. They're on the poles in our very park right now. Many of you are here to oppose the Trump administration, and rightfully so, and so do we. But make no mistake, this isn't just the Republicans. Both parties funded, armed, and defended genocide with our tax dollars. Democratic leaders supplied the bombs that leveled Gaza, and it was the Biden administration, the so-called most progressive administration in U.S. history, who provided $18 billion to Israel, the most ever given in U.S. history. I think we could have used that $18 billion. What do you say? Imperialism is a shared bipartisan project. Right here in New Orleans, since 2023, millions of dollars in rocket launchers and parts have been sent to Israel through the port to kill our families in Gaza. And our port officials, our city council officials, including the new mayor, Helena Moreno herself, fully supported this every step of the way. Despite warnings from groups like No Ship, if our leaders had the arms embargo, or if we had mobilized a mass resistance, countless lives could have been saved. It's silent. Too many looked away. That must end now. Here's where we, as the Palestinian Youth Movement, need you to go further. None of us should be blindly pledging our allegiance to these racist, bloodthirsty political parties. Instead, pledge allegiance to egalitarian, anti-racist, anti-imperialist, and anti-Zionist principles. And hold accountable anyone who violates them, no matter what party. And if that makes you uncomfortable, ask yourself, are you actually opposed to fascism? Or are you more interested in what color tie they're wearing? Our enemy is not one president, not one party, not one election cycle. Our enemy is the empire itself. The system built on stolen indigenous land, fortified through slavery, and exported worldwide through military domination and economic extraction. But Palestine is not isolated. It is connected to Sudan, to Congo, to Haiti, to Venezuela, to every nation where U.S. imperialism crushes liberation movements and props up puppet regimes. Until we build a unified international front against Zionism and imperialism, we remain complicit. Until we dismantle the systems that enable genocide, not just change who administers it, nothing will fundamentally change. Real resistance means not just voting, but organizing. Not just protesting, but shutting down the flow of weapons. Whether at our ports, our weapons manufacturers, or in the halls of power. Understanding that reforming imperialism is not enough. We don't want a kinder, gentler empire. We want no empire at all. Liberation is not a metaphor. It is material. It requires us to confront our own complicity, to sacrifice comfort, to risk something real. So I'm asking you today, what are you willing to risk? What are you willing to give up? Because if the answer is nothing, then you are not a part of a liberation movement. And we are a part of a liberation movement. The Palestinian resistance has taught us that no matter how overwhelming the colonial violence, no matter how advanced the weapons, the will of a people cannot be extinguished. And that's what I see here today. Is your will going to be extinguished? This is the spirit we must carry, not just for Palestine, but for every colonized, oppressed, and exploited people worldwide. Before closing, I'm going to leave you with 3 important asks. Number 1, do not leave this rally today without joining a serious, principled political organization that holds to the real grounded principles that I named earlier: anti-racist, anti-Zionist, and anti-imperialist. Ask organizers their views on Palestine and if they support a boycott, divestment, and sanctions against Israel. If they are willing to sell the Palestinians, then they are willing to sell you. Number 2, come find us and join our contingent. We have the Palestinian flags right there with tables. And follow us right now, if you can, at Nola for Palestine. Nola, the number 4 Palestine on Instagram, where you can find more information. And number 3, join us at City Park as we honor our ascended martyrs. In each of them, there was a universe of hopes and dreams and family and friends, just like each and one of you. And we will be gathering as a community to pray for them and strategize towards ensuring that their deaths are not in vain. We will honor all our martyrs.
We will honor all our martyrs.
All our mothers, sons, and fathers.
All our mothers, sons, and fathers.
We will honor all our martyrs.
We will honor all our martyrs.
All the parents, mothers, fathers.
All the parents, mothers, fathers.
Thank you very much.
One more time for Hakeem! I just want to say, in New Orleans, I see some of the most creative signs and costumes. This is how New Orleans does a rally. Make some noise for yourselves! The next speaker to the stage is representing all of your friends, your family members, and your fellow Americans in the LGBTQ community. Yes, make lots of noise for Ileana Ortiz.
Well, we're good? All right. Can y'all hear me in the back? Yeah, okay. So like DC just said, my name is Ileana, but to all of my favorite people, aka my wife, our kids, and our chosen family, I am Moppy. So I would love to tell you how I got that name. When I became a parent, I went looking for a family name, but the common ones, the ones on all the mugs, felt distant. They were Eurocentric, and in all honesty, they felt like another box I was being asked to step into. So I looked outside of them. I took Mommy and Boppy, words from the first language that my tongue spoke, and I forged something new. A name that reflects the wholeness of who I am. It is a small daily reminder that our identities are often not found, but rather forged. Growing up, I couldn't have imagined a family like ours. Not because I didn't want it, but because I didn't know how to picture something that the world insisted was impossible. But here's the thing about queer love, it doesn't ask for permission. It builds its own future, one bedtime story, one inside joke, and one birthday just dance battle at a time. So that name Moppy is not just for my children, but also a promise that I carry for my community. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that it's not really scary right now. There are days that I wake up with the weight of it already on my chest. Sometimes people ask me, how do you keep going? And for me, the answer is actually found in our children. Yep. Becoming a parent tied me to the future in a way that I could no longer ignore. It made one of my favorite quotes from James Baldwin not just more profound, but personal. He said, "I have never been in despair about the world. I have been enraged by it, but I can't afford despair."
I can't tell my nephew, my niece, you can't tell the children that there is no hope. So I can't afford despair because I'm a moppy. But you don't have to be a parent to feel this tie. We all have a responsibility to our children in the community, to every single one of them. We cannot be the ones who tell them through our inaction or our surrender that there is no hope. So now I need to actually talk directly to the queer and trans youth who are here today. To the kids who are carrying no weights that any child should ever have to carry. I see you because I was you, and there is hope because you are a part of it. You are being told right now by a select chorus of loud voices that you are a problem, that you are confused, that you should not exist, that you don't know yourself. But I am here to tell you that you are not a problem. You are the expert of your own life. You know who you are with the clarity that terrifies people who have never dared to ask themselves that same question. That deep inner knowledge is not confusion. It is your core. It is your compass. You are a prophecy. You are the future dreaming of itself. And you are more courageous than any politician who fears your truth. So stay true to yourself and close to yourself, whoever that might be. And to everyone else here, the families, friends, accomplices, and allies, I need you to hear this from my heart to yours. We often hear the quote, "It gets better." But I want to add a little asterisk because it doesn't just magically get better. It gets better because you, me, and us make it better. I am here today being brave and visible. Honestly, not even because I want to be, but because I have to be. Because being trans is not a sad thing despite what you've heard. It is a really beautiful and joyful thing. And I have never felt more joy or more alive than when I started becoming myself. But visibility without protection is a trap. So we are willing to be visible to show trans youth what is possible, but we need you to be willing to be protective. Our trans youth are not passive subjects who are waiting for a better world. They are the revolutionary architects of it. They are designing a future that terrifies the old guard precisely because it is built on authenticity and not on fear. But they are building it under siege. So where do you come in? You are the reinforcements. You are the supply line. You are the front line. This is not about some vague support. It's about being the actual backbone of this movement. We need you to show up consistently. We need you to understand that your allyship is an active responsibility. It is not some passive label. This looks like using your voice in your own home or social circles and calling out bigotry before it becomes policy. It requires you to research candidates and then vote for those who will protect, not further marginalize vulnerable communities.
That's right.
It demands that you attend community meetings and school board meetings and make it crystal clear to our leaders that their constituents support trans rights. I'm going to continue to get more practical. Hire trans people. Put money in our pockets. When more than 4 in 10 of us are either unemployed or underemployed, it is not because we are lazy. It is because we have been systematically scapegoated and shut out. Your power as a business owner, a manager, a colleague is to open that door.
This is how we fight back. Victory is not one grand gesture, but hundreds of thousands of these seemingly small, intentional choices to center dignity. It is a muscle you must build and flex daily. Now, I am not here to beg for dignity from a microphone, but I am here to give you a layout of what it could look like in practice. And it does start at the most basic human level to affirm the identities of trans people, especially youth. Because that affirmation is a direct defense against a world that tells them they should not exist. This is how you build a safer world, through daily, consistent, courageous, and public support. Do not be fooled by their oldest trick in the book. When they cannot provide healthcare, housing, or dignity, they will always find someone to blame. And right now, they are pointing their fingers at us. But we see through it, and I hope that you do too. We know that trans people are not the reason your life might be hard. And part of that is because we are actually your accomplices in the fight to make it better for everyone. So to every queer and trans person here, whether you're 15 or 50, know this. I may not be your parent, but I am a parent, specifically a MOPI. And I want you to hear that I am so incredibly proud of you. And with everything I have, I will never stop fighting for your right to be soft, for your right to be loud, and for your sacred, undeniable right to grow old. In February of 2022, I myself accessed gender-affirming care, a phrase that often gets tossed around in debates, stripped of all its meaning and turned into a weapon. They talk in abstracts to avoid the truth, and that truth is that this is about people, and it is about our very real lives. For me, it was not just a prescription or a surgery, it was the process of becoming. It was the active, courageous participation in my own creation. The ultimate homecoming to a place, or not a place, but to a person. So this brings me to my final part, which is somehow the most painful, but also the most hopeful part, which is that every trans person's radical dream is just to grow old. And for the people that we love, to grow old too. And I don't just mean to live past 35. I want to have a body that is tired from a life well lived, not just from a battle that is constantly being waged. I want to have laugh lines that map decades of joy, not just worry lines that I'm definitely also getting in my forehead due to fear. And I want to watch my own children become adults and be a safe and soft place for them to land. This should not be a radical hope, but for us it is. The good news is we have a blueprint for this because we stand on the shoulders of giants like Miss Major Griffin Gracie. We know her as an incredible Black trans woman who fought the cops at Stonewall. But her battle did not end in the streets. It continued in the shelters, the hotel rooms, and the prisons. And this is where she performed her true miracle. Not just surviving a system designed to crush her, but thriving by building a completely new one in its shadow. Born on the south side of Chicago on October 25th, 1946, Miss Major fought for more than 50 years for the rights of trans people, especially Black trans women of color, and those who have survived incarceration and police brutality. In a world that systematically discarded her, she chose to gather. When the state looked at her and said, "You are nothing," she looked at those that society labeled as cast-offs, forgotten, and unlovable, and said, "You are my children, and you are everything." This is not just a passive kindness, this is a revolutionary act, and mothering was her methodology. She understood that a community that is fed, housed, and loved is a community that cannot be broken.
Miss Major did not only offer a hand, she offered a lineage. And she showed us that our legacy is not just in the bricks that we throw in protest, but it is also in the homes that we build with our hands and our hearts. It is a legacy of relentless and fierce love for each other. A love that is our comfort, but also our most potent strategy. Miss Major transitioned into an ancestor earlier this week, but her legacy lives on. And I want to be clear here, the legacy of Black trans women is the bedrock of this movement. They are the reason we have a movement at all. Every single right that we claim, every space we occupy, the ground we walk on was paid with their blood, sweat, and tears. They have taught us that where their descendants won't have to be so strong. We fight for a world where they can finally trade resilience for rest, and where they can be celebrated for their softness, not just their strength. That future is possible, and it is within our grasp, but it's going to require all of us as well of our all. Do not for a second doubt that we will win. We will win because our love builds families, while their fear only builds walls. We will win because our numbers are growing and our resolve is solidifying, while their base is shrinking and their ideas are being rejected as the hollow cruelty that they are. Our dream is simple: a long life, a full life, a soft life. We are not begging for a seat at the table, but we are building a new one, and you are welcome. So let your rage be the fuel, and let your love be the blueprint, and let your consistent daily action be the relentless momentum that crushes their callousness. This is how we win, shoulder to shoulder, together. Thank you.
One more time for Ileana Ortiz. Before I go any further, Julianne Diaz. Julianne Diaz, if you know that person, tell them to meet us at this table to my right. I have their personal effects. Julianne Diaz. Let me hear y'all say no Trump. No troops. No kings. Your next speaker is a senior education organizer of Step Up Louisiana. Show your love to Melissa Francis.
My sister. Don't miss it! That's my sister right there. Don't miss it!
Good evening, everybody. My name is Melissa Francis, and I am your parent union organizer. I'm here to speak against page 47 of the 2025, Project 2025. I know one thing: every child deserves FAPE. Does everybody know what FAPE means?
Free and public education.
Say it loud. Free, appropriate public education. Say it with me. Free, appropriate education. Since we all know what FAPE is, let me tell you a little bit about it. Every child, regardless of the ability, deserves a free, appropriate education. This isn't just a principle, it's a federal right under the Individuals with Disability Education Act. Our children all need a free, appropriate education. It ensures every student with a 504 plan and an IEP to get the support they need to thrive in these schools. We gotta keep the faith. We gotta keep the faith. But right now, some of these programs are being cut. Before Trump got into office, this term, there were over 41,000 employees in place to help our students with disabilities. But now there are only 2,000. Shame on him.
Shame on Trump.
We gotta keep the faith. We in New Orleans are too much already seeing the worst, right? We seen the worst effects when Katrina passed.
That's true.
Having 99% charter schools, we need to keep the money that ensures every child will have access to faith. And in this current administration, they keep cutting funds. We know that's not right and it's not fair.
That ain't right.
We gotta keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
Education is not just a privilege for the able-bodied and the wealthy people. And we believe in a future where all children can succeed. We must protect fully funded programs that can make that possible. Ensuring that every child has what they need, it builds better classrooms, better communities to take care of our future and build better families. Say it with me. We got
Keep the faith.
keep the faith. If you're not part of an organization that fights for education, justice, this is the best time to join one. Somewhere that you can join. And keep voting. I heard somebody say that to my left. This is the best time to join a class action lawsuit. We gotta keep the faith. A free, appropriate education for all children. We need to keep the faith. Say it with me. We gotta keep the faith. 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 And I'll leave you with this. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. My name is Melissa Francis. I am your parent union organizer.
One more time for Melissa Francis. I want to repeat, Julianne Diaz, if you are that person or you know that person, have them meet me at this tent to my right. We have their personal effects. Now, the next voices you will hear are among the most important voices that you will hear today. The youth. The next generation of leaders, of voters, of protesters and organizers. From Frederick Douglass High School, please welcome to the stage, Farion Morgan, Megan Collins, and Anissa Allen. Make some noise for these young ladies.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Farion Morgan, and today I will be speaking about why our voice in the democracy matters. Thurgood Marshall once famously said, when we see wrong or inequality or injustice, speak out because it is your democracy. Make it, protect it, pass it on. The government's job is not only to protect people's well-being, but also their rights. The use of our democracy is to ensure we as people have a voice within the government. What happens when no one listens to the people who wants to just be heard? Isn't that what our government is supposed to do? In our society today, we have to constantly ask ourselves these questions. Sadly, as shown throughout history, the government hasn't always listened. There have been many cases where that voice has been challenged and oftentimes silenced. The government today will try in every way possible to limit our voice as best as they can. Throughout history, the government has attempted to limit our voice. And seen as cases like Tinker Des versus Moines
and New York Times v. United States. Both instances where the government has tried to limit our voice. When the government attempts to limit this voice, it creates a feeling of mistrust and fear within the society. Even today, many citizens feel their voice doesn't matter, which is why these cases are so significant in history. A democracy means that the people have the power to shape the government and make decisions together. This by itself is important because it ensures our rights are protected and gives every person a voice. Ignoring these voices causes a weakened democracy. People don't vote because they feel unheard or unseen. But across the country, there are many groups of young people who are trying to speak out, such as joining clubs, doing community projects, or even joining youth councils to ensure that everyone sees, even when it feels like no one is listening, their voice can still create change. I myself joined one of these groups just to introduce myself to youth engagement. The group Step Up taught me so much about how people feel overlooked and will never try to look into change or educate themselves on what may be happening within the government. While volunteering with this group, we got to meet many people who were elderly. Many of them had many backgrounds, but one really stuck with me and made me consider changing my career path. When having a conversation with a man who was in prison, he spoke about how hard it was for felons to just live a normal life without poking out like a sore thumb. How hard it is to just get a decent job. He even shared with me the fact that he never even registered to vote as he was incarcerated from a young age. But once I responded and told him that although he was a felon, if it had been 5 years since he had been released, he could register to vote. Even though his rights may not be restored as soon as he registers, I expressed to him that he could open the door for many people who experienced what he did. As Dr. Martin Luther King once said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. So as a community, why should we let silence win? In so many words, we live in a government where our crown is constantly tilted. Why not fix our crown and stand up to the government and raise our voice?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Megan Collins. Today I will talk to you about the importance of democracy. First, I'd like to start off by saying our government was built off the backs of hardworking, intelligent people who had their opportunities taken from them without a say in the matter. We are here today to talk about why democracy is important for our country. But the answer is simple. Without it, America wouldn't be America. Our country is great? No. But it definitely is better than it once was.
It's not.
Our president is trying to take our country because he wants more power. He wants to be the king of America, but we can't and won't let that happen. America was once under the rule of Great Britain, but our founding fathers fought for our freedom from their tyrannical king. They found democracy. They chose democracy over a monarchy. So why should we go back?
Not going back. Not going back.
The simple answer is we don't. We have a responsibility to those who came before us to make sure we stay a democracy, especially for the people of color. For example, up until 60 years ago, it was hard for a black man to vote without any prejudice in the system, such as laws stemming from Jim Crow. A few years after that, women fought for their right to vote and even received backlash from the men in their lives. This is one of the main reasons our community must maintain democracy. If Trump becomes king, he will go back in time, setting us back centuries. He has shown he is willing to take the rights of people, as seen earlier this year with Roe versus Wade, which is banning abortions for women. Mostly men voted this bill into law, declaring that women could no longer receive abortions after a certain time or at all, depending on where you live, and so taking their choice away from them and their own bodies. So why should men be able to tell women what they can and can't do with their own bodies when we don't have a law saying what they can and can't do with theirs?
That's right. That's right.
If we don't have a democracy, democracy, this man will assume all power for himself and turn us into nothing. Just a few years ago, we screamed, no justice, no peace, fuck them racist ass police for our brothers and sisters who died at the hands of our government.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Now we say it against the police. Now we say it against the police, but also ICE for trying to take our brothers and sisters back to a country that's trying to kill them.
Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE!
We scream for the rights of women and immigrants and people of color because without this world, we would have nothing. They take people away and call it right, but no one can be illegal on stolen land.
That's right! That's right! Stolen land!
They call them criminals for coming to seek a home, but they were not criminals when they came to the New World, took land from natives, raped and killed their children and women, and erased their culture.
That's right! That's right! They did that! They did that!
I am here today to find the good, seek unity, and ignore division amongst us. I would like to leave everyone with some food for thought. My teacher tells us that there is no magic in anything. It's all in the details. So let's not pretend that we can magically fix this world and stand up and fight together.
Resist! 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 Resist!
Okay. Oh my God, the wind. There's so many people here. Hi.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. Hello.
Mine's a Brittany Allen. Why should one's voice be louder than millions? Why should we, the people, belittle our own power and bow our heads to the thought of a crown? What makes a king different from you and me? Is it the thought of power or being the most important piece? Or is it that we believe we have no power? Do we convince ourselves deep in our hearts that we have such little power that we have to bestow this upon another human being to be heard?
We got the power!
Why? When you hold the power of shaping government policies? Why? When you have the power to vote? Why? When you can represent yourself like you are now?
We got the power! We got the power!
No man can speak for me. Once again, no man can speak for me. No reiteration of my words. Why bow to an individual who bleeds the same way I do, yet cannot cry in the same way that I can?
Don't bow down! Don't know how!
Our government lacks empathy. This is because when you give a man too much power, you create a monster, an ego, an ego.
That's right.
An ego so big it begins to overshadow that in which it claims to protect. I refuse to let one person, government, or organization trample on my rights, specifically my right to free speech. That is why I'm here.
That's right. We got the power. We got the power. We got the power. We got the power!
Sharing our opinions together, deciding that no one person is above another, that's when revolutions happen. That's when real change happens, and that's when the change lasts. The act of tyranny has always echoed throughout history, and all it's done is unite the people to push their rights against the elite, or so that's which they claim.
Yeah, we got
When colonists fought against the mother country Britain, they had a secret weapon, and that was their drive. Your drive is your pride, and proven again and again, it is the secret to victory.
Yes, it is!
The framers of our Constitution designed the government with an idea of democracy. For us, the people, to make change. For us, the people to decide.
Yes!
We lack that now. We lack voice, and we lack choice. No matter how strong the king, no matter how much power he may think he has, I have heart. I can believe. And my desire to protect what I believe in is too strong to ever lose to a heartless king. I want to go off script here. Okay. I'm going to go off script here. This year, I sung at the Super Bowl behind Lettucey and I sung the Black National Anthem.
Yeah, you did.
For the first time in history, our President Trump, came to that Super Bowl. The Super Bowl here, the Super Bowl in New Orleans, the Super Bowl in my city, with my people like you. Yet he hates us. He discriminates against us. He tries to get rid of our brothers and sisters, our black, and everyone else. Why should he be allowed here? He shouldn't feel safe here. We don't feel safe. One thing my choir director said to me, Jessica Harvey, she said, before you go sing this song, Trump is here. You're talking to him. This is your song, and you are fighting for your right. You are here. You can be in the same room as someone who claims to be an elite, someone a king like on that poster. There are no kings, I tell you. There are no kings. There can't be a king. They are not different than me. We are the same. We all bleed blue, and when it hits the oxygen, it turns red. I see red. I see red when you threaten me and my people, but they don't understand that. Now let me get back on this, y'all.
Sing it, baby, sing it, 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 sing it.
A king claims his right by birth, but we earn ours through courage, challenge, compassion, empathy, and hard work. John Locke, Frederick Douglass, real people who have fought against the chains of tyranny. They fought for our natural rights more than our government ever has. Every teacher, every worker, and every student. That's right. Every student. They demonstrate the true leaders of our time. They don't lead because they are told to, but because they believe that they can. Oppression of oneself can dwell in the heart, but the concept of power starts in the mind. Real power comes when people rise together, when leadership is shared, not owned. That's right. My heart beating fast, y'all. We do not need a king to show us who we are, to speak for us. We know exactly who we are. We don't kneel to crowns. We stand with each other against it. We elect, we select, and we are the real rulers. We have true power. Stop waiting for a king to lead you. Today, we rally to remind ourselves that every time we raise our voice, we are reminding the world that leadership belongs to all, not few. That voice belongs to all, not few. We continue to remind the world that respect is a God-given right of all, not inherited by family name or status. And lastly, I say, the future of our nation doesn't call for a king. It calls for us. And together, we rise. Thank you.
The kids are all right, y'all. Make some noise for Anissa Allen, Sarian Morgan, and Megan Collins from Frederick Douglass High School. Show them all the love. Turn up, turn up.
So when we sing together, we want y'all to say we rise. Together, we rise. Together, we rise. Together, we
I want to do it too. Together, we rise. Together, we rise. Together, we rise. Speaking of together, this rally was made possible by dozens of volunteers, vendors, workers. Show them some love, y'all. It's been a beautiful day with all you beautiful people. I must acknowledge one of the main organizers of this event show. Show your love to Miss Beth Davis.
having to follow them. You know what I mean? They're pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, she was the real deal.
So I am with Indivisible Nola. My name is Beth Davis, and I'm the communications director. So I want to quickly shout out to the press that are here today. The press have been here since this movement started. They've been in the street with us, and you know why that's important? Because a lot of people are scared to be here today, and they're going to watch the news tonight. They're scared because they're scared to leave their house. They're scared to lose their job. They're scared to lose friends. They're scared to lose status in the church. But when they watch the news tonight and they see all of you here, it makes them one step closer to joining us.
That's right.
And we may not agree on everything. We may not. But if we don't protect and preserve this precious democracy, none of that other shit will matter. So with that, I want to thank all of you for coming out here, for showing up for yourself, showing up for your neighbor, showing up for your country. So everyone, big round of applause.
For the kids! For the kids!
And also, DC just said it, but it takes a small village to pull something like this off. So I just, for all the volunteers, for all the supporting organizations, more than 25 organizations who do good work in this city every day have publicly endorsed this event. Big, big deal. Give them an applause. And so when we close here, I'm going to give everyone some homework, okay? Because a lot of our great speakers have mentioned this, but it doesn't end today, guys, okay? Fighting a dictatorship takes more than mass mobilization. This is one form of resistance, but we got to sustain pressure. We got to stay engaged. We got to do the work. So, more about that homework though, right? So you see the organization tables along the side. Everyone at their table has assigned the petition for Camp J. Everyone signed that. Let's get that thing closed today, okay? Assignment, easy. This is easy work. You've already done the hard part. You're already here. But further, find these great organizations and see how they're engaging in mutual aid in the city or representing those who are disadvantaged, you know? And so there's so much ways to get involved. Find your people, find your organization, right? And let's keep on doing the good work, guys, okay? Yeah. Thank you.
That's right.
Okay, now go get them tables now, all right? That's a wrap because our permit says we're done. All right, everyone. Thank you.
Good job, Miss Davis. Good job, Miss Davis. So you asked me where I am. I couldn't answer you before because obviously they were talking, but I'm still on the Greenway, on the Great Lawn as they call it.
we go. You got a water? Please. Thank you so much. Ooh, get some water. Shit's cold as shit. Cold water. I was gonna open it. Definitely needed that. Now we gotta walk back into the city.
Good the whole time.
I think I might actually sit down for a minute on these benches. I haven't sat down since we got here. Sit down in the nice shadow of an oak tree. I'm pretty good at standing. Like for my job, I stand the whole time. So there's many days where I'll stand for 9-10 hours at a time. So it's not that I can't stand. It's just, you know, it's nice to sit down sometimes. watch the people go by. That intersection down there is about to get ravaged by crossings. so many people crossing that point. Hello.
The record of everybody, huh?
Huh? Yeah,
The
just
record of everybody.
live streaming the event. And been standing for the last little while, so I was like, let me sit down. Kind of getting hungry. Let's continue. Gotta get me something to eat. I only had like one of those like powdered breakfast shakes before I came out here. Something quick, because I basically just got up and came over here. I don't get up early, so. Okay. This is the arrest the president. This person is the loudspeaker. You see, like traffic. This is usually pretty empty of traffic. But. Let some cars go before I go. Is it working? It probably broke. Probably broke. They got a bunch of food right here. Maybe I could go, hey, let me get in on this picnic. Little cruisers. Yeah, just walk up. Oh, yeah, I know Jerome. Going back up on that wind chime thing. What's up, Jane? Welcome in. You can hear it. It's really going now. This is where the ramp is. I need you to come here. Come here. See if we can get an opening. Yep, right after this guy. And they're crossing over there, so now if I come go quick enough, I can cross right here. We beat the bikers. little goose crew over here. Back up in Armstrong. Hello. Wander into the quarter for a little bit. Wonder if the snowball guy's around here somewhere. I bet he is somewhere. Let's go see if we can find him. Get a snowball. Sounds pretty good. Bunch of water and sugar, please. Thank you. Last time we were over here, it was very rainy. Look at it now, nice, all dry. Here. Might have an opening here in a second. Yep. All right, we're in the quarter now. Wander over to the square and see if I can find the snowball guy. lot of places for sale or lease. That little strip of the street is like 5 or 6 houses in a row that were for sale or lease. There's another for lease. For sale. Not cheap, I'm sure. Thanks, GDV. Going into the square right now to see if I can get a snowball. She said that the singing queen lady, whatever, gotta be. It's the way it's usually set up. Yep.
I don't need to do more. 'Cause y'all make me feel. And y'all make me feel, baby. You make me feel like
Well, I'm not walking. I was at the No Kings rally for the last 2.5 hours. Now I'm walking. Trying to find the snowball stand and see if I can get me some ice cream sugar ice.
I don't know why though.
I think he probably out here somewhere. Oh, look, it's right here. can I please get a small ice cream? Please. What it is. Cash. Tip jar trying to run off on you.
It's done in ice cold water. Please.
Do.
How much is it? 3?
Can I get an extra napkin? Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Let's go sit in the square. Well, this yellow snow tastes really good. If PP made snow taste like this, I would always eat yellow snow. We'll go this side. Now we get away from the music. You can still hear it over here. I don't need it to be overwhelmingly loud. The tree on this side actually died and like fell on like a kid, I think. Used to be an oak tree right here, but it has since been removed. Let's see. Rotational here. This kind of yellow snow, definitely eat it. We'll start undermining this structure so we can get it to collapse. Nice. Good spot to nap. I normally get chocolate, but they don't ever have chocolate at that specific snowball stand for some reason. Shave this top piece off. You lost it. This ice cream flavor is good though, shit. Seems to be like a common thing when we go walking around, I get a snowball. During the winter, they're not around, so you take advantage of them while they're here. anybody's in the area, you should come find me. There's always this like hard spot in the middle. So like there's a brass band walking around somewhere over there. Probably only going to make me end up being hungrier because the sugar makes your stomach expand. Looks like a cruise ship is going by over there. I can see a huge boat. Yeah, it's definitely, you can kind of see it moving through the trees there. So I can zoom in. Carnival Cruise Line going out. It is a big one. Given that most of the city is like below sea level, except for right here, we're like right at sea level. Boats like that on the river tower, it's like a skyscraper driving by. Trying to work this like hard piece in the middle. View of what I'm looking at, basically. Try this side. hear the guy yelling about ice cold water. It's honestly a pretty good hustle, you know. You go to Walmart and get you a whole case for like $3, or multiple cases, you know. Each one like $3 for 24 bottles, and you come out here and sell them each for like $2, making $48 off a $3 investment. Even if you only sell them for $1 a piece, you're making almost 10 times the money you spent. Yeah, right, Michelle? I mean, people would give you $1 for a bottle of water, a cold bottle of water for $1. You're not gonna find that anywhere else in this area. At my hotel, we sell bottled water for $6. One bottle. Most bars around here will give you one for like $2, maybe $3. A single dollar though. People take $1 bottle of water all day. Yeah, they sell them for $6. It's a pretty high markup. Kind of ridiculous. Doubling your investment on only one bottle at that price for a $3 package of water, you know. But I guarantee that the hotel, they didn't pay $3 for that case of water. They probably paid like 25 cents. Because they're buying like, you know, 400 or 500 of them at a time. That lady that made the snowball was really good. She didn't spill a bit of it on this fucking cup. A lot of the other kids that have made them spill it. It's like napkins covered in the syrup. She didn't drink. She didn't spill a drop. I got extra napkins. I don't even need a single napkin. Look at this cup. There's nothing on this cup. All the napkins perfectly clean. What if he's selling beer too? I mean, you can technically do, I don't know how, if the cops would have an issue with you selling beer. Obviously, you probably need a liquor license for that. Probably it. 6 o'clock. Only run 3 times. There we go. Six at midnight there, Alfie. 7. Nine rings for 6 o'clock? What's that? What is that? You gonna get some more? Nope. Different bell. lot of bells going off. I see a lot of people coming around here. They're in like tuxedos and stuff. I wonder if somebody just got married. Gotta remember not to breathe it. Let's finish the thing. All gone. You can see the people in the tuxedos over there. He did say beer.
Ice cold beer, water, Gatorade, Powerade.
He's got it all. He says Chardonnay Merlot. I don't know if anybody wants ice cold Merlot. Usually Merlot is not served ice cold. I mean, he didn't technically say ice cold Merlot. Everything else is ice cold though, for sure. So I'm guessing he probably iced down the Merlot. see. We gotta go get some food. There was another No Kings rally. Obviously, we got that documented. I'm going to probably sign off here and go try and find some food here. Maybe I'll hit up Border Call or something. That sounds good. So anyway, appreciate you guys hanging with me. Yeah, Michelle's like, oh yeah, you know what that's about. Catch y'all on the next one. And, yeah, the weather's getting nice, so we've been wandering around a bit. It's comfortable as crap right now. All right. Peace out, y'all. Appreciate you here.